right, lighting. Yeah, there's some 2 lighting rigs here, but you don't go out and start trying to be professional with lighting. A simple ring light will do. I got this ring light, which is attached to the desk, and it's just like a little clippy thing. It cost me a fiver from Amazon. I think it was Amazon, maybe eBay, one of the two. I'm trying not to use Amazon these days. But I got a very cheap ring light. And like I said earlier at the start, it does add a dimension that sometimes, especially with Zoom cameras, it is hard to pick up. And again, if you're a dancer, if you're a performance artist, if you're doing like a theatre production, it is very, very hard to do that on Zoom. So ring lights or just extra lighting, so important. Something to think about. And if you don't even want to get a ring light because, again, cost of living crisis, getting a lamp and just putting it behind you, just like here, as acting like something called a backlight. So it just kind of adds a dimension from behind you as a few shadows. Can make a world of difference. But again, cost of living crisis, electricity, things are going up. If you don't want to do that, maybe think about putting your performance midday, having a performance at 12 when it is light and it's not 4 p.m. and getting dark. That saves on cost because it's using natural lighting at that point. Yeah, there's so many ways to think about lighting, but it can add a layer of professionalism. It can, add a bit more depth with your performance. So yeah, and also if you are someone who like your body and your movement is does incorporate and you want to try and translate on the screen, I would advise researching placements of lights. So there's something in more video, but just in general social media, of like the rule of 3. So you have like a backlight, your ring light, and something else that I've just forgotten. But then you have like 3 lights. You have like one from behind you, one here, and one in front of you. And it kind of, it's like the tradition, like the casual way of doing things. But research it because it is really important. But just try what will work best for you. There's no right or wrong answer here. These are just fun little things to think about. Now, this is where we're going to get into the grits of it. Performance techniques. There is no right way to perform online. You could be like me and you were birthed a theatre kid and you're just natural on the camera. You're like, all right, I'm going. Some people get very nervous online, and it is a new medium. It is part of my ableist language here. It's weird. It's odd. There's no other way of putting it on. But it is new and it's fun. But there's no right way to perform online. There is no right way to interact with an audience online. All it is practice. And I could have just said that and be like, all right, off you go. It just takes practice. It takes a lot of research as well. It takes a lot of thinking. There is no right way to perform online. Don't feel like you have to stare at people. Like I've got your faces here. I'm not like intensely staring at you guys, like making sure that you like it, making sure that you laugh. Because that's, again, don't overstress yourself. Just keep an eye on the chat. Every time so often, like wiggle the thing. And Zoom is pretty cool. That it will just up the bar will ping when someone's saying something in the chat. But again, don't obsess over it. And don't feel like you need to look at people so that they can reassure you. Like, people have come to see you perform on Zoom. That's such a cool thing. They obviously like you. Just perform. Just do what you can do and you'll have fun. And this, again, personal leadership point, it is awkward talking to yourself in a room. It's even more awkward to perform, but practice. And something I like to do, which is actually look at other people and how they do performing online. So if you go to their live stream, see how they do it. Like, so I know that I used to watch a lot of Doja Cat, and she'd like produce online, and she's so way more casual than I am right now. Like, she doesn't have the headset. She's literally just talking into like her iPhone cable, and she's just like, yeah guys, so I'm making this new music and whatever, let me know what you think. And she'll get arguments with people on. That's more of like a stream, but like this is a performance in some way, shape or form, but it's so casual. I also look at YouTubers, that's another one, and see how they do it. And they, again, are another huge source of information of how they perform online, because even their live stream, it is a performance at the end of the day. So look at how they organize it. Some YouTubers will tell you literally, oh, yeah, I've got my notes here, guys, let's get going. So, okay, I have notes. Or if you're looking at like a guitar live stream, see how they, what do they do in a dead space? What do they do? How do they look? And yeah, just kind of take tips. But again, there is no right or wrong way to perform. There is no like aha moment, so to speak. Do whatever works for you. I got a little bee in the corner. But this is my last piece, the last slide, and then we'll get into some Q&A. Be yourself. Don't feel like you need to over exaggerate a performance. Don't feel like you need to be like eccentric. Don't feel like you need to, like, I say perform, that's the whole point. I'm telling you how to perform on Zoom, but don't feel like you need to overperform on Zoom. Honestly, the best performances are the most authentic performances. People love honesty. People love just getting to know you. Again, they have got a ticket, whether it's, like paid for it or it's free. They've got a ticket to see you perform. That in itself is so beautiful. You could do so many performances on Zoom. You can do so much. So just be yourself. Don't set the bar here and feel like you need to reach it every time. You're not going to get everything right. You're not going to, you might forget, oh, pants, I forget to do the subtitles. Like someone might remind you. So many times, the Cara can vouch me for here, as Cara's one of my friends. The amount of times I forget to press record. The amount of times I've gone halfway through a performance, oh my God, I haven't pressed record. It's fine. You just grow, get into the groove of things. And I want to show you, if we have time, like a couple of ways that you can do performance online. But just quickly, if we run out of time, comedy and open mic nights, there needs to be a lot of consideration of how things are going to flow. And that might take a lot of communication with people. You may need to have a practice, like a tech run, like you would in person, and just make sure that everyone knows what they're doing, especially open mic nights, because might not know everyone that's coming. So you just want to double check everyone knows how to use their thing. But that's where a pre-recorded performance could be handy, because you could ask people to send in performances and have a night of sharing that. Could be fun. Dance is hard because it's space. So if you are like me and you live in a room that your landlord wants to charge more money for or whatever, space is hard when you're doing dancing, especially if you use level. The levels is like, so if you're going here and then I suddenly go here, that's a different level. So there's two Anushas, like Anusha's here and going here. So with dance, you need to think about space, but a way to circumvent that is, once again, pre-recording. Or why not do a dance where it's just your hands? And I've got a video that I'm going to show in a second where people just do that, and there's like different dances with their hands. I'm not a dancer, so I don't know what I'm doing, but like you do this with your hands and you do movements with your upper body, or even like your feet. If you're a ballet dancer, maybe just show your feet or something like that. If you're like in a rock band or in some sort of like band where there's multiple people, that's hard. You can do it on live if you want to. God bless if you do, because there are so many moving technical parts in bands that I would probably suggest doing a pre-recording of that. But maybe do a pre-recording that is live, if you get me. So not that is like edited, but like that is just a pure 20-minute unadulterated just performance, kind of like a tiny desk, and see if that works, because that might be something you can do. Last thing, if you're a DJ or electronic musician, use external programs. Don't rely on Zoom, and don't just plug in your thing and just expect to get going. Use something like Ableton, use something like Logic or whatever DJs use. I don't know, help streamline the performance, because you don't want things crashing, especially if like you're halfway through a DJ set. People are quite forgiving, but after like maybe the fifth time, you might lose people.